attention. It's your boy Damian Dotson here, whole team Dot, your favorite co-host on Your Perspective Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Out the Mud Sports Drink. Yeah, you heard it here first. Your Perspective has partnered with Out the Mud Sports Drink. Replenish your grind, quench your thirst. Out the Mud Sports Drink is made just for the hustle. Whether you like amazing, delicious flavors, get over to outthemudsportsdrink.com. That's right, outthemudsportsdrink.com. My personal favorite is the strawberry twist. Grab yours today. Go down to your local store, whether you're in the Houston area, the Dallas area, anywhere in Texas, go down to your local store, grab a Out the Mud sports drink. Like I said, strawberry twist. Grab yours today. Proud sponsors of Your Perspective Podcast, Out the Mud. Man, what it do is Your Perspective in the building. Damian Dotson here. Happy New Year's to everybody. Happy New Year's to my boy Wynn. You know what I'm saying? Your Perspective Podcast in the building 2025. We got something new for you guys this year. I can say new year. I can say new year, new pod, new year, new interviews, new year, new episodes. You know what I'm saying? New year, new gear. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a big shout out to Full Court, man. We went back to platinum in the ghetto, platinum football. You know what I'm saying? I got the do on. We bringing back old stuff in the new year, man. Shout out to Full Court. You
see my shit, man. This true vintage, man, with the old school signature. I'm trying to show them boys, man. Big shouts out to Full Court Press, man. You know how we do, man. Big supporters of the podcast. We can't express enough gratitude, man, especially going into this new year, man. New year, like you say, new year, new pod, new things, new resolutions, and new income, man. That's what we're looking for, bro. But, man, I'm going to let you get back to it, man. We're bringing something very, very special to the pod, man. It's going to be a new staple what we got coming up, man. I'm going to let my boy Dot do his thing on that, man. But big shouts out to Full Court Press for keeping us laced in the latest vintage, man.
Yeah. Now, what I will say, man, new year, but I will say, man, shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Shout out to the subscribers. Shout out to the followers, the viewers, the likers, the comments, family, friends, everybody that's been tapping in, man. Continue to do that as we keep going. When I can't express to you, bro, it feel like we've been doing this for years. It's only been 6-7 months, bro. We have accomplished a lot in 6-7 months, man. So big kudos to you, bro, for rocking out with me, bro, and starting this thing and getting this journey going, bro. But from now on, man, we kind of gonna switch it up a little bit, man. We got one of our brothers, one of our family, man, from Houston, you know, basketball, football, dual athlete, very witty guy, you know what I'm saying? Knows a lot about sports, knows a lot about football, basketball, soccer. He'll give you input on anything, you know what I'm saying? It's one of my brothers, man, one of the guys I'm most proud of, man, just from his resilience, you know what I mean? Competitiveness, just wanted to be great, man. So I want to bring up our brother, long time coming, man. We've been needing to do this. Bring up my brother, man, Bralon Addison, dog. BA,
what's the word? Up, baby? What's up, man? What's up, man? I'm happy to be here with y'all boys, man. Like y'all said, Happy New Year, man. I'm happy to be here with y'all boys.
Yes, sir. B. Addison, man. It's very special for me, BA, man. We spent a lot of our early childhood years together, competing, going at each other on the football field, playing together, basketball, man. And again, if I ain't never personally congratulated you or gave you flowers, which I know I have, but I'm gonna do it again on the pod so a million people can see it, man. Again, man, I'm proud of you, brother. You know, we at the age now, man, we 30, 31, moving on. If you still doing anything with sports, I'm proud, right? Like I always tell Dot, man, and you know, I always got to look back for my own accomplishments and things and be like, everybody mother put them in Little League basketball, Little League football. Everybody. How many of us play till we 30 plus? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a great accomplishment, brother. Like, you know, you did your thing at every level, which we're going to touch up here on the podcast, obviously give you your flowers and introduce you to be a part of our brand new segment. Doc, how could we forget, man? Chat, I want to take a second to let y'all know, man, we on the gridiron and we getting under the helmet. You know what I'm saying? So we had to bring our brother to give us that insight of perspective of what's going on the gridiron. Take us under the helmet You know what I'm saying? But not only that, obviously my boy got plenty of experience at sports, period. And he's gonna be a great addition to the podcast, man. So appreciate you for taking your time out to drip with us, to chop up perspective with us again. Like we always say, man, this is an informative experience. I know you got a lot of information to pour to the masses, man. So we appreciate you taking time and coming on the platform to spend some time with us. And like I said, man, give some information out that can be used, man.
Yeah, BA. And for me, bro, I want to give you your flowers also, man. From your boy, you know what I'm saying? I seen you in college, man. I seen you before that, you know what I'm saying? I knew BA, but I knew BA from the hoop side. I didn't know BA is the best quarterback in Texas, best quarterback in the nation. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that until we got to high school. I'm like, oh yeah, he can hoop. Yeah. But that motherfucker on the field going crazy. You know so I want to give you your flowers, bro. If I never have, I probably have before and tell you that I'm super proud of you, bro. But it's another chance for me to give you your flowers while we right here talking face to face, man. And like Wynn said, bro, it's gonna be a great addition to have you on the pod, talking it up, man, sharing perspectives with us, man, and giving your insight on everything you learned and the shit that you accomplished, bro. So, you know what I mean? Welcome, brother. It means a lot. Appreciate you for pulling up, man. I'm looking forward to getting into this, and I want to hear I know you have some beautiful stories, man, throughout the game, throughout everything. So I'm looking forward to that, bro.
For sure. I appreciate y'all boys. Y'all know y'all my brothers, man. It's only right I give my flowers back. You feel me? I can't come on the pod and be welcomed and join the team without giving my flowers back. You feel me, Dot? I've been knowing y'all both for a while, Dot. Wynn. I remember y'all boys on them Katie Hops. You know what I'm saying? I was telling Dot earlier, I remember Wynn used to throw the ball off the glass before he really knew how to use the glass. You know what I'm saying? Dot, hey, Coach John, straight. Hey, Dot, shoot. Like, you know what I'm saying? We go back way back from, like you said, when we was little kids, like 4th, 3rd grade, playing each other AAU. Wynn was playing for them A-League Steelers in that fun league. Like, you know, like, I ain't even know, like you said, I didn't know if Wynn was going to be a football player or a basketball player. Like, he was playing both. He was dominant at both. Dot, you know, you always been a straight hooper ever since I known you.
Man, that boy Dot used to be on that football field too. We gonna find some clips.
You're not the first person that told me that. You're not the first person that told me that.
You know me. I'ma just lay low, man. They had me a receiver and quarterback, and out here on the south side. You know what I'm saying? I was playing for the Southside Cowboys now. Ask about me, BA. Ask about me, BA. But hey, look, I let that dream go a long time ago, brother. I let that dream go. You know what I'm saying? I don't even talk about football no more. Yes, but yeah, bro, man, it's been beautiful. Like Lynn said, bro, passing the age 30 or getting to the age 30 and still being able to play, man. We're going to get into your story, bro, and all the shit that you accomplished, the times and the adversity that you had to overcome, bro. So we're going to jump right into it, man. You know?
Man, well, listen, bro, I wanted to kick it off, man, something that was special to me, man. Like I said, I was playing in the Fun Football League, and if you're from the H and you don't know, I know a lot of people used to play Pop Warner and things like that, but real niggas played in the Fun League. And right over there off Beach Nut, I don't know if you've been over there, Doc. That's a different part of the city now.
I have.
Coach
John had us over there. I didn't watch John Chandler and them play over there in the Fun League.
Doc, just to bring it full circle, that's how I knew Coach Chandler. Because he was with the A-League Steelers, and JC used to play. And so that's how I met them, and it was a transition to taking me from that to playing basketball. But again, that's where my athletic story started, right? So I'm playing, I'm at the time, I'm not that good. Like, they got me on the O-line. This is like my first year, I'm O-line, I'm trash. And
I can see that.
We get ready to play the Rangers, right? And, you know, it's the same as when you a pro. Y'all got scouting. I mean, baby scouting. But, you know, you typically talking about, hey, this team got this dude, this. When we get to the Rangers and they get to get intense. And, hey, man, they got the best player in the whole Fun League over there. You know what I'm saying? Type of situation. So, man, BA, I always wanted to ask you, bro, like, it seems like from the day you was born, you already had your rep. So, you know, at least from the time that I first heard of you, you already had a reputation of being elite at football and at sports, period, bro. So give us a little bit of a backdrop or backstory, or how did that start? Where did that come from, brother?
Bro, like, honestly, it came probably from, I'm gonna just be honest, my pops was a huge Cowboys fan, bro. Like, you know, as a little kid, like if you got the opportunity to have your father in your life and like have that influence of watch him watch sports, like as a little kid, you standing by the TV, you just want to see yourself make him as happy as these players on this TV make them happy. You know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, I ain't even think about going to the NFL. I'm just like, bro, I got to do whatever it is they doing so I can make my pops this happy. And he used to be watching that boy Emmitt Smith on Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying, all the time. So it's funny, a lot of people don't know this. My first time playing Little League football, I tried to get number 22, but it was taken already. So I had to end up getting number 33. And that was like literally legit. My first football number was 33. So Tony Dorsett was a Cowboy. So I just like, all right, if I can't be like Emmitt Smith, I'm gonna be like Tony Dorsett. You know what I'm saying? So it was literally just my pops wanting to play football and be great because of my pops, just watching him every Thanksgiving, turn on them Cowboys, every Sunday, turn on them Cowboys. And like I grew up in a big family. Like we had a huge family. I had hella cousins where every summer we went to my aunt's house and like, bro, this was when I was like 5, 6. Like she'll wake us up early in the morning. We going to go compete in the backyard. We playing dodgeball. We playing kickball. We might pick up a tennis racket and we go play knockout in the front yard, you know? So I just been competing since I was a little kid, like 4, 5 years old. I'm already competing. I had cousins who was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years older than me who was basically picking on me as a 5-year-old. So now I'm not only competing with the cousins that's my age, I'm competing with my family members that's 10 plus years older than me, you know what I'm saying? So it really was just a combination of my pops being so in love with the Cowboys and seeing Emmitt Smith, knowing about Tony Dorsett, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, all them boys. And then even when Quincy Carter got there, I was already playing by then, but I was just trying to be the best version of a Cowboys. I started off playing running back that I could. So that's how I got into playing in Fun League, playing Little League, and just wanting to be great, was just watching my pops be a super Cowboys fan.
Man, that's interesting that you say that, bro. Like, I don't got the similar story, but I know what you mean. Like, me living with my mom and my dad, not having them family issues and stuff. Whenever my dad would come around, brother, I know what I just wanted to make the nigga happy. Like, hey, you see me? Like, you see what I'm doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? You proud of type shit. So I know what you mean. A lot of times, bro, it be little things like that that'll propel you all the way to becoming a pro, bro. Just that little thing of, man, I want to make my pops happy. You know what I'm saying? That was big for me, especially at the Fun League during that time, man. My dad came to watch me play. If it was an over-under bet, I'm going crazy that day.
You hitting the over. You hitting the over for sure.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nah, for sure. And that's crazy. Y'all talk about football because from my experiences was straight basketball with BA. You know what I'm saying? BA was always on the best teams. BA, they was always winning. BA family was always at the games. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew BA because, you know what I'm saying? You knew BA because BA was nice and it was winning and he was on the best teams and he was running the show and he played hard. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know about the football side. I only knew about the basketball shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember you playing with Ryan and all them. I remember you playing with Team Tag. I remember you playing with Aaron Glenn, but y'all was always winning. So that's what I know BA from. I don't really know BA from football into high school, like I said. But before that just show you how great you was as a dual athlete, as a, you know what I mean, just as a youngin' and being successful, bro, and having this backstory on always being good at sports and being good at competing and actually winning. You know, a lot of us was good at certain things, but we was probably individuals. You contribute to winning. You know what I'm saying? You're a competitor. I can't say that about you. Everything about you is being competitive. So I would say big shouts out to you for that, bro. Because like when talking about football, I'm talking about only thing I remember is basketball, 4th, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. Man, we gotta go play the hoop. So we gotta go play the Jaguars. So we gotta play Team Tag and BA on there. And they got everybody that's nice in age. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the shit I remember from early in life. You know what I'm saying?
I remember them diamond presses, man. I used to be in that middle trying to, but that's because I was bringing that football to the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle of the diamond press at the half court line. I got to go sideline to sideline. You know what I'm saying? So it is funny. Like that's how me and you met, was literally basketball. And then I knew Win first because of football. I'm seeing this big ass number 10 on the field. That 10 like Cordell Stewart, but they say Sherman on the jersey. You know what I'm saying? This is how I met Win. And then it's just crazy how the circle of life goes. Now y'all both of y'all boys on the same AAU team, like you talking about. You know me as the point guard BA, and we know me as this nigga play football, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool, like how sports just, you know what I'm saying, bring us into life and bring us around in the same circle and have us be brothers for life and compete against each other. But yeah, bro, I always love to compete. Like you said, I just always wanted to be somebody that contribute to winning, whether it was football or basketball. And like I said earlier, it was literally starting from just my pops watching sports. Like, I feel like that's how most kids got into sports, was because somebody in their family was watching sports around them, and they're like, okay, I want to do that. You feel me? Like,
BA, let me touch up another question with you, brother, before we move on, man. How much do you think playing both sports helped you, brother? Like, okay, obviously I know you from football, but at the same time, you was already doing your thing on the basketball court, vice versa. You doing basketball, but you're already doing your thing on the field. How much of that do you feel like contributed to you being successful, ultimately to become a pro in football? How much of your basketball acumen do you feel like helped you in football?
I think it was a lot, honestly. I feel like in football, at least, you could watch a football game, and we got this kind of saying like, oh, you could tell that nigga he played basketball before. Like, I feel like you could see a football player that hoops. Like, it's a certain type of style that like hoopers move with. It's a certain type of coordination that hoopers have, to where if you a football player that's hooping, people gonna be able to find out real quick when you get on the court. So like, it's the same way if you're on the football field and you was a hooper, like they'll be like, oh shit, like he's smooth, like he been hooping before he even came over here playing football. So I feel like both of them kind of coincide with each other, to where I feel like it's allowed me, like, if you really watch my game, like, I don't really have the orthodox like running style when I get the ball in my hand. Like, a lot of the way I play is, you'll kind of see, is like a lot of it is setting up angles and crossovers, and I'm not really crossing over, but like I set up somebody and put them right here on my right shoulder so I can make them miss to go on my left shoulder, you know, things like that. Because, you know, basketball is all angles. Like, you got to get the right angle to beat somebody in basketball. So I feel like that's kind of how I've taken like starting to play basketball as a young kid and just sticking with it. Even when we got to high school, like, y'all boys was all Americans in basketball. I knew my lane was football, but I was like, shit, I've been good this long and I'm gonna still play because it's gonna help me further down in life, you know. So I feel like, you know, someday when I have kids, like, I'm gonna for sure try to put my kid in as much sports as possible. I think it teaches you how to, one, exist with other people and realize like, okay, this is a team sport. I gotta rely on this person to do his job. I gotta rely on that person to do their job. And then I got to do my job. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it teaches you about being competitive, because like, y'all boys think I was nice in basketball, but my best sport was football. So like, football, I used to dominate, and then go on the basketball court, and we seeing people like Big John. We seeing people like J. Michael Reese playing against people like Yogi Ferrell, playing against Kyle Anderson, slow-mo. You know, I'm seeing dudes like that. And I'm like, oh shit, like, okay, like, I really got to compete here today, because I'm not the best person out here. But in order to be relevant and be able to be a useful piece out here, I'm gonna have to compete. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just about being able to compete as much times as possible, and not really it always be like, oh, he the best in football. Like, every time he go out there, he the best. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how kids get complacent. But I just have to stay ready and stay competitive.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. For sure. I like you said, bro, I've had similar experiences, bro. I hope, I was nice, but my high school year, my freshman year, I played football. I was a receiver at Madison. I don't know if y'all know that. I played receiver at Madison freshman year. Man, I knew my lane was basketball, bro. I took a few hits. I got hit. I got chop blocked. I got hit on passes, and I just knew, like, I'm like, nah, this ain't me, bro. I'm too tall. I'm an easy target. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the moment I was practicing one day, and the basketball team was running the track, bro. And this is the first time I met Miles, one of my closest friends. First time I met him, they running on the track, and he yelling at me like, "Hey, Dot, you ain't hooping this year?" And from that moment on, I was just like, bro, I quit the next day. I was like, man, I gotta go hoop, bro. I gotta hoop. Like, football is, I've been doing it so long because my mom loved football, my family loved football, but I really wanted to hoop. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing football so long because everybody like, oh, Pop Warner, Southside Cowboys, we was the best team on the Southside, winning all the games, going to nationals. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I continued to do, because I felt like that was a part of me. You know what I'm saying? But that moment on, I knew, like, it's some dudes that's way colder than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at BA. I'm looking at the quarterback. I'm looking at all these dudes at Madison that's home varsity. I'm like, this ain't my lane. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ready. But I went, transferred took it to basketball, bro. And that was, you know what I mean? I think that's the best decision I made.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, but like your parents made you play football. You like not made you, but like that was what got you started. It's the same for everybody, you know. Like they see their parents and like, oh, I'm gonna do this.
He just threw me out. My mom just threw me out there on the field. Go play.
Yeah.
Man, you know, it's funny to hear everybody's stories and how they got started, man. Like I just knew I was gonna play football. Like that was my thing, BA. Like I honestly really love football. Even to this day, that's why I be taking it serious, like watching quarterback film and like that was what I thought I was gonna do, bro. And it's funny, like if I was to ever get my mom to take a truth serum and be like, hey, tell the truth, did I want to hoop? She'd be like, hell nah. Like she had to force me to go to the practice, bro. Like when I first came to the ambassadors, BA, like I did not want to do that shit. I was like, why are you taking me here? Like I want to play football type shit. And she like, nah, like, we need to do both. Like you need to, you know what I'm saying? So you know, everybody kind of story is similar, a little bit different, but I think we can all attest to. We gotta give a big shout out to our moms, bro, because as Black women at that time, man, they had a plan in place for us, or at least knew that they wanted us to do something, get us in something to be better, do better, and kind of have a good chance in life, man. So I know me, at least, man, shout out to my mom, because I made it pro playing basketball. And you know me, bro, like I was clashing with my moms about, no, I don't want to hoop. No, hell no. Like I just want to play football. Like, and so big shouts out to her for having a vision and, you know what I'm saying, being able to see the future and see down the line and not just right now. And honestly, to kind of push me to do something. And you know what I'm saying? So I know we all got big similar stories with our single Black mothers, man. So shout out to all the single Black mothers out there, man. Keep pushing your sons. Push your sons, even if we don't know what's best for ourselves. You just gotta push us, you know, and then eventually it'll pay off for us.
It'll pay off for us. For sure.
Before we go on though, I gotta say, we was talking about both sports. If y'all boys, I know how both of y'all boys play. I watched y'all boys both play a lot of basketball. Neither one of y'all soft on the court. If y'all don't think it's because, I'm not gonna say it's because, but if you don't think that football has some type of influence of the way y'all play the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know both of y'all boys two-way players. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be. You feel me? Like same for me on the football field. Like if I ain't play basketball, I wouldn't be so graceful moving around the football field. You know, so like you said, shout out to our parents, bro, putting us in dual sports and making us just do whatever, you know, football, basketball, whatever. Like I wish I would have played baseball, but just as many sports as we could, they made us do it. And I think it paid off for all three of us, you know.
Yeah. But BA, bro, let's kind of jump into it. Let's get the podcast going now, man. That's a great backstory for all y'all that don't know, man. We are super close friends. We talk sports all the time. It's not just a one-time thing. This is stuff we do on the daily. Text messages, voice messages, whatever it may be,
Discord, man. Hit us up. Discord. Hit us up.
Hit us up. But this is all the time. So, but we're gonna jump into it, man. We're gonna get the podcast going. Once again, man, BA, appreciate you for pulling up. But once again, we're gonna start it off, man. I want to jump into it, BA. High school All-American, bro. Let's talk about that. How was that experience? Just like we talked about, you being great at everything, but really locking in and focusing on, I need to be the best football player I can be and be the best I can be on that field.
Yeah, bro. Like it's weird, like to even think about it to this day. Like I know we had talked off camera about like reflecting and like all the shit we overcame, bro. Like what's funny is like to bring it back full circle about basketball and football. Like, bro, I almost gave up on football, to be honest, before I got to high school. Like, we didn't know because he went to middle school with me, bro. My seventh grade year, the first year to play middle school football, I broke my ankle. First game of the season, we playing Quail Valley. I broke my ankle, out for the season. No football played. So this probably why I got. You ain't even know I was like that in football because for like the most important years, middle school, I didn't get to play. Next year, I came back. I played basketball when basketball season rolled. Me and we on the same basketball team. I think we went like 32-0 that year, whooping everybody around the district, whatever, like tournaments. We whooping everybody. Next year, come football. I go back out for football again. Break my elbow, had surgery. Still got a scar right here to this day from when I was in 8th grade. No football played. Go to basketball. I think we went like 29-1 or something that year. I think we lost to one team in a tournament or something like that. I don't know. You probably remember, but I'm saying that to say this, like them 2 years of like pivotal development. Like I'm seeing dudes that I played in Fun League with win, and then I played in another league called Fort Bend League, where like I was the cream of the crop, and some dudes was maybe the cream of the crop with me or a little bit behind me. I'm seeing them thrive in middle school. So like everybody kind of like, oh, BA fell off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he get hurt every time he play football. So like I had my I guess recent success had been really all basketball, AAU basketball, middle school basketball. So when I get to high school, I'm like, obviously I'm still going to play football, but like to be honest, I ain't that confident. I can say that right now as a 31-year-old. I wouldn't have said that when I was 14 or 13 at the time, but as a 31-year-old going into high school, I wasn't confident about football at first. Like I was just like, shit, I'm gonna play football because I've done it all my life, but like I'm really here. I want to hoop, you know? So like I get to high school, like a lot of people don't even know this story. Like I grew up playing running back. Like I told y'all, Tony Dorsett, Emmitt Smith. When I first went to high school, you know, when you got trial positions and everything, they're like, oh, go to this line, go to that line. I went to running back line. I went to running back, you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm like, damn, like I'm still nice. Next day, bro, I swear to God, my homeboy, me and Win homeboy, Josh Wilhite, to this day, he be rapping. Shout out Josh, man.
Yeah, shout out Wilhite.
He also played running back.
Yeah.
So they know about Wilhite because Wilhite went to Laco with us. I played quarterback at Laco, and Wilhite played running back. Wilhite played both seasons, so they knowing about Wilhite right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they not really like they know who I am, but they haven't seen me do nothing. You know, y'all boys both know in the sports world, it's what have you done for me lately? So coach come up to me like, hey, BA, I need to talk to you. At this time, I wasn't even BA yet. He like, brother, I need to talk to you. Or he might have called me Addison. He like, hey, you know, we saw you at Laco. You know, I know you didn't play there as much, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, we think you should really, like, think about going back to quarterback. Basically telling me, like, shit, nigga, Josh is our running back. You feel what I'm saying? So you better try to get in. And when you fit in at quarterback or receiver or something, you feel me? They were like, yeah, we want you to play quarterback. So I'm like, damn, like, you know, I'm a 13, 14-year-old at this time. I'm like, shit, like, them boys trying to, you know, write me off already. So I ended up moving to quarterback or whatever. We played, I think we ended up playing Eisenhower on our first game of the season. I went crazy at quarterback. And, like, literally, when I tell you, bro, playing that first game as a freshman, bro, like, I literally was just only thinking, like, don't get hurt. Because, like I told you before, I had been hurt the past 2 years. So I'm just sitting there like, damn, like, if I get hurt, like, they going to say it again. Like, oh, like, he injury prone. Like, he ain't really a football player, blah, blah, blah. So, like, every week I was going off, but I was like, don't get hurt. Going off, don't get hurt. So, like, I think by, like, the fourth week, bro, I probably had scored, like, so many touchdowns in a row, throwing touchdowns, running touchdowns. At the time, I was zoned at Elkins High School, but I ended up getting the academy to get in Hightower. I lived in Lake Olympia, I was supposed to go to Elkins, but my daddy didn't want me to go to Elkins, so that's how I ended up at Hightower. Them boys tried to move me to varsity, but like in the academy, you couldn't play varsity as a freshman. Like Wynn was on V as a freshman, he lived in Teal Run, he could do that. Them boys told me I had to play JV. So they moved me to JV as a freshman. I'm the starting quarterback because the quarterback at the time, he failed off. So they need a quarterback. They put me up. I'm nervous. I'm like, all right, you know, I'm 13 at the time. I'm thinking, shit, it's about to be bigger dudes, faster dudes. Some of these dudes been in high school for 3 years. They juniors on JV. I'm nervous. Like, you know, I don't want to get hurt. Started like going off. Like, I'm like, okay, JV. Come to find out, this shit ended up being more easy than freshman because it was just more like I feel like I've always been a smart football player. It was always so much more in place on JV, if that makes sense. Like dudes knew where to be. If they was playing cover 4, they was playing cover 4. If they was playing cover 2, they was playing cover 2. Dudes wasn't running everywhere like on freshman. Like you just got dudes everywhere. So JV, I'm killing, I'm eating. So we finished the season. I go hoop. I hooped on the freshman team. And then, like, literally the next year, my sophomore year, we had the #1 linebacker in the country named Sean Lewis. And, like, my dad, I ain't gonna lie, he always been kind of up on game as far as, like, how recruiting go, how to get your name out there. So he was sending, even though I was getting hurt, he was sending me to camps. And I knew very early on, when they come watch somebody else, you better show out too because they can notice you. So I'm a sophomore at this age. We got the #1 linebacker in the country named Sean Lewis. He a senior. So if school's coming to watch him, I'm trying to pop off. Every time I know they're in there, I'm trying to pop off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to go crazy. So they come to see Sean every week. They're like, damn, like, who is this little #6 sophomore? I started at receiver at this time, and I was the backup quarterback. Our quarterback get hurt. I go in that quarterback. I go crazy. So by the time I was a sophomore, at the end of my sophomore year, like, Sean had went off to school, but, like, now my name buzzing because everybody that's coming to watch him, these Under Armour All-American, Army All-American, all these people, they seeing like a little sophomore, like, look out for him in 2 years, class of 2012. Y'all boys know how it is in hooping. Like, when y'all hooping as a young freshman, they like, oh, shit, if he keep on this path, like, he gonna
You
be
should
that
be
boy.
one of the best. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it started when I was a sophomore because we had dudes like Sean Lewis, and then even my freshman year when, you know, high time, we had all them boys go D1, like 9, 10, 11, 12 dudes go D1 at high time my freshman year. So I'm seeing them pave the way and seeing how they doing stuff. I'm like, oh shit. And I don't know, bro. It just seemed like every year, every week, that shit just kept getting easier. And I don't even think it was just getting easier. It was just my confidence was coming back. Cause like Wayne said, he knew me in the fourth grade when like they was talking about me in the Little League. I had lost that confidence, but I got it back because I had just been doing it for so long in high school by now after my second year and being around these dudes that I'm seeing go to D1 and being able to go D1 and play and do well and be All-Americans. I'm watching them do it. I'm like, oh shit, now I'm doing it. And it was literally just stacking weeks after that, bro. Like by the time I was a junior, I think I might have had like 4 stars as a junior and then like so many offers because, you know, they was coming back to see me. And after that, it was literally just keep stacking weeks after that. Stay healthy and keep stacking weeks.
Let me ask you this, bro. It's like kind of a funny but good. I don't know how to put it, but you saying like every game you didn't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
So is that what we see when you running past boys, juking them, going untouched? You know what I'm saying? Hitting the end zone, going untouched.
I don't even want you niggas to touch me.
I don't even want you boys to touch me because if y'all touch me, I might get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So is that what we see when we pull up the high tower clips and you running past boys, juking them, spinning, you know what I mean, making boys miss, scoring touchdown, going untouched? Is that what you thinking in your head when you got the football in your hand? I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, like so I think it was like being so dominant as a kid, like in football, and then being able to like not really have football be available to me, becoming a good basketball player. And I think like growing up, my favorite 2 players was VY. Shout out to VY, the H, you know what I'm saying? But watching that boy Reggie Bush and Percy Harvin, how they used to play, like them was my favorite 2 players. So it was like a combination of me saying like, damn, like Percy Harvin and Reggie Bush, them boys rarely ever get tackled. So like you saying, I'm thinking like, okay, basketball, the object is like, sure, you want to get fouled, but like when we grew up, we weren't drawing fouls like that. We was trying to get around niggas, you know what I'm saying? We would play through contact, but we was trying to get around niggas and finish and not, we weren't yelling, "Everyone!" when we was kids. That shit got popular later, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just a combination of that and then watching like Bush and Harvin play, bro, like I just tried to combine both to where it was like you said, I knew, because both times I got hurt was fluke shit. A nigga pushed me out of bounds, I stepped in the ditch, broke my ankle. A nigga tried to clip me, I put my hand down, broke my elbow. So I'm like, shit, I better not get touched. And that's kind of how it came, like just watching Bush and Harvin. I'm still in all they moves, like, hey, if these boys can't touch me, they can't hurt me. And that's what it was, just building that confidence every week. And like you said, don't get hurt and don't get touched. And the rest was history. We're going to take care of itself, you know?
Yeah.
Get you full court, man. You know, big sponsors of the podcast, man. I want to send a big shout out to Full Court Houston, man, the #1 vintage shop in Houston. Y'all know me, man. When I pop out, I do not want to be wearing nothing y'all got on. So I get all my stuff at Full Court.
Right.
If you want to stand out amongst the competition, get over to Full Court, man. Like I said, the best vintage shop in the city. Big supporters of the podcast. Want to send a big shout out and salute to them.
Yeah.
Man, I got my handy dandy notebook right here, man, and I pulled up, and you know, this is something I knew, but I damn near forgot. And maybe you could tell me how many people have ever done this, but 2011. You led the High Tower football team to the state title game, and then y'all turned around and went to state in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That's big time shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That speaks to, obviously, man, shout out to the whole Mo City, High Tower area, Till Run, that area, man. It's a lot of talent right there. But obviously, bro, starting at QB, then turning around, starting. I know you had House, you had John with you, but to play in 2 state championship games, football and basketball in the same season, brother, that's big time, bro. Type in with us a little bit about that, bro. What kind of, seemed like 2011 was a great year for you, bro. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so like, you know, it started with basketball, funny enough. Like I keep talking about basketball. Like it started, so my freshman year playing football, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. My freshman year playing football, like I had already kind of had the mantra, I would say, set, because like y'all boys remember AJ Highsmith and them boys, like they was winning, all the time. In my sophomore year, we was still winning, but we lost in the playoffs. And then when I became the starting quarterback, they was all like, hey, number one, you can't lose at Hightower. We don't lose regular season games. That was the motto. That was the standard. That was the expectation that you don't lose regular season games. So when I became the starting quarterback, I think the second game of the season, we lost to the Woodlands. And this back to my dad, like making my dad proud. Like he was on me, like, hey, you better get right, because if not, like if Hightower don't have the success that they had before you was a quarterback, they're gonna blame you, you know? So like that year, like I think we might have went like 9-3. We lost in the second round to North Shore, who was our playoff rival at the time. And like I ain't gonna lie, I was crushed as a teenager. I'm like, damn, like I'm the first quarterback starting to be a big time quarterback in a long time to not take this team past the second round, and we ain't win the district championship that year. So that was two things that Hightower hadn't did in a long time: not win district and not go past the second round of the playoffs. So I'm feeling that heat, you know what I'm saying? They all like, oh, this dude, he's supposed to be this. At the time, I was committed to Oklahoma State. They like, oh, he's supposed to be committed to Oklahoma State. Like, what's going on? Fast forward, the winter and spring come up. I'm hooping. Shout out Coach Green. That boy Coach Green, like, just that year, like how we started, like I walked onto the court and obviously they was already in season. You had my boy John Jordan. Shout out my brother John Jordan, my boy Daniel House. You know, y'all had him on a podcast, still in the NBA right now doing his thing, All-American. You feel me? So again, it go back to learning I ain't the best right now. You feel me? Like I gotta come in here and contribute to what winning. John and Daniel got going on already. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't my team. So when I came in, I'm playing like the third fiddle, basically, essentially. You feel me? I'm playing the third fiddle and I'm fitting in. I'm doing my role. Like, all my life in basketball, like, I always been first or second on the team in scoring, or first and second on the assist man, or whatever it may be. And then I became a defensive stopper at Hightower. Like, you know, I was running the show, getting John the ball, getting House the ball, and then locking up on defense. Like, my role had to change. You feel me? So, honestly, that year in basketball, I come full circle because, like I said, basketball, I found my love for sports again because of my injuries in football. But even that year, that run we had that year, going to state and just having to ingrain myself in a new role, having to find different ways to help the team win, it showed me that, like, okay, like, this shit could be done. You feel me? Like, we went all the way to state. Now, I ain't gonna talk about what happened. You know, that'll be time for another day. We ran into Marcus Smart, and the rest was history. But like, just that whole season, bro, the shit we was doing, like, we was in such unison. Like, me and John was always together off the court. Me, John, and House was kicking it. We going to watch other games. We kicking it after school, just staying at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. The stuff we was doing was like really showing me, like, okay, like, maybe it's not just me doing my part. Like, I got to do something else to help the football team get there. You feel me? So, like, fast forward to that fall, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people don't know this, bro. We went, I think 0-3 or 0-2. My first two games of my senior season at quarterback, after we had just went to state in basketball, start a football season, we went 0-2 or 0-3. First 2 or 3 games out the gate, we lost. So if you don't know, like, in Texas, like, your playoff chances damn near over. Like, you lose again, you out. You can't. No, we went 0-2 because you can't lose 3 games and still make the playoffs. Back when we was playing, you feel me? So we 0-2. They looking at me crazy, like, here this nigga go again. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to be All-American. He's supposed to have all these offers. What's going on? Why we can't win? And the last 2 quarterbacks we had here before me, they won. You feel me? So it was me, like, really just tapping in and seeing, like, all right, maybe this shit ain't just about me scoring touchdowns. Maybe let me go over my homeboy house. One of my best receivers, Ryan Nelson. My boy Sims was one of my receivers. Shout out Sims. My boy Donald Weathersby, Josh Wilhite. We started kicking it. We created this group called L6. It was legit 6. That was our thing. Like, and we grew together, and we had so much camaraderie after them 2 losses that, like, bro, I think we went on a run for like 12 straight. Like, I think we ain't lose a game, 12 straight games. We just went on a run, and we made playoffs. We went on another run because in Texas, you know, you got to win 5 games just to get to the chip in Texas. So that's like a real, you know what I'm saying, NFL playoff type shit. You feel me? Like, as a 17-year-old, you got to be locked in for 5 weeks straight just to get to state. So we go on that little 5-0 run. We get to state playing in front of 40,000 in Dallas Cowboys Stadium, bro. Like, it was just crazy to be able to, like you said, be able to play at UT in a basketball gym in front of 15, 20 something thousand. You know, we got bounced by Marcus Smart. He probably had a triple double that day, but then back door and go to state as a football player. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't think it's a lot of people that had a chance to experience that, and it definitely was like a crazy ass experience that just, when I look at it now as an adult and as a 31-year-old now, I'm like, damn, like that's really something special. Like people always ask me, like, if you could go back 1 year in your life, what would you do? And I literally tell people, like, I would go relive that junior and senior year of my high school to be able to like have a chance to win a basketball state championship and a football state championship in the same year or calendar year. I would say I don't think a lot of people have done that. Shout out to my boy Derek Griffin though, because DG definitely did it. He definitely did it. That boy won state football and basketball. So shout out D Griff. You feel me? So
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't had that. Yeah, so shout out my boy D Griff. Yeah, we talking about giving flowers, so I'm gonna give my boy flowers. You feel me?
Nah, for sure. Hey, BA. So basically, on that whole aspect of what you just explained, man, it's just I think the people outside and the young guys coming up and the guys that's at our age that's probably hasn't been successful as you or as successful as any of us here talking. A lot of it is camaraderie and being a great teammate. And you know what I mean? And it's not only about you, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, bro, we get it mistaken at the professional level and we only thinking about ourselves and we thinking about how much points can we score, how many touchdowns can we get, and then we're losing. You know what I'm saying? But at a young age, bro, all we wanted to do was win. Play good and win. As long as we winning, you know what I mean? The other shit don't matter. Because when I was at Yates, bro, all we did was hung out together after the game, after practice. We walking down the street, hanging out at my boy Jonah crib. All of us, the whole team, playing 2K. And that's how we became good. It wasn't the shit that we was doing differently on the court. It was we just bonded. If I'm open, swing it. If you open, swing it. Play together. You know what I mean? So I think the young fellas coming up, man, it's a lot of shit going on with NIL, people being worried about themselves, worrying about their family, worrying about how much money they can get, and not technically really being successful at the highest level and winning. They're getting the bread, but they're not winning and taking it to the next level. So that's what I took from your testimony, bro, and just saying how great y'all was. But it all started with camaraderie, knowing your role, and just trying to be the best person you can get and the best teammate, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters, for real.
100%, brother. 100%.
Not for sure. And like I said, bro, when I mean, you know this as much, nigga. You left high school at a young age, so you had to have that already in your repertoire. You had to know how to be a great teammate, or you gonna hate everybody.
Honestly, brother, I'm listening to it, and my shit a little bit different, bro, because I feel like I just was always on the best teams. Like, I ain't gonna cap. Like, niggas wasn't really having team camaraderie like that at Finley Prep, but we were a juggernaut. Like, you dig what I'm saying? And it's like most nights we just, it was almost like
a better team.
It was almost like a pro experience, bro. It's like, as a pro, like you said, everything is about next contract, my stats. That's what it's really about. Most of the time people are thinking in that mindset of, man, shit, I better make sure I do something so I can re-up next year. Or, damn, I'm in a contract year, I need to re-up. I got to make sure I average X, Y, Z. Like, oh, man, or when niggas be mad, why is it? Man, I ain't get enough shots. I ain't get enough balls. I ain't get enough touches. So I think my situation, it was like from about 7th grade to like my first year as a pro, I was just always on the best teams. Like, I probably wasn't the best teammate, camaraderie type of person, but I was nice at what I did on the court. And my teams was always juggernauts. BA, them Texas Ambassador teams, we was juggernauts, brother.
Bro,
like,
hey, them days was crazy. Like, as you was talking, bro, like, just thinking about it, like, but it's crazy though, because I ain't gonna lie, we still hung out though. Like, we used to be in the rooms playing the game. Like, we hung out.
But you gotta remember too, like, I was always the one that wasn't really allowed to be in that shit. I'm kicked out, Dot. Hey, Dot, it's big AAU team party. Everybody come. You can't come. So it's more like my shit was always more so like that. So I wasn't never really the team. Even to my pro shit, if I'm just being honest, fellas, even to my pro shit, like, I never was really the team camaraderie guy. I was the guy that was, man, this nigga nice. He on time. He doing what he supposed to do. But when the game over, we don't know where that nigga at. That's was me. So you know what I'm saying? I always
And
think
that's your perspective, brother.
no, that's my perspective. And again, bro, this is an informative experience, chat, and I wouldn't be a real nigga to get up here and lie to y'all. Like I wasn't the biggest rah-rah team camaraderie guy. I wasn't. Maybe that's a shortcoming of mine. But I had the talent, I had the size, and for whatever reason, I was always on the best teams. Like even San Diego State, BA, like we're the best team in the Mountain West. Like we're like, you know what I'm saying? Night in, night out, we should be favored. So again, team camaraderie does play a part in that. And I think maybe that was something that I could always been a little bit better at. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with the guy. I give y'all a brief story, man. Even in Europe, my first year, I'm on like a juggernaut team as a rookie. Like we run through everything, win the championship, win the cup, everything, Doc. And they would get mad at me because after the games, like I wouldn't stay and drink beers with them. Doc, you know how Europe is. Like after the game, nigga want to sit in the locker room and throw back a six pack and just chill. And I would never do that ever. Like I'd be like, I'm out because I'm not a beer drinker. But I'm saying that to say like that's the team camaraderie shit that maybe me as a person, if I look and analyze myself, I'm listening to what you saying, BA. I'm listening to Doc saying that's probably shit I could have been better at. I was always just like, man, I score, I play D, I pass, I'm on time. What are you mad at me for? But it's more than that, chat. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely more to the game than just the game. And I mastered the game, but the other shit that was like crapshoot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When it's funny you say that, bro. It's funny you say that. I know we're gonna go back to before and after high school shit, but it's crazy because after high school I lost that. So it's funny how you say like even to this day in the pros, like I've not been the best about team camaraderie and things like that. Like when I went to Oregon, bro, like you just said, like I'm coming up from the best player gonna play. You feel me? Like I got to Oregon and like I was balling on Saturdays. Like from the time I stepped on campus as a freshman, I'm balling. Sophomore year, I'm balling. I got hurt. Junior year, I'm balling. But I didn't really realize, like you just said, it's a game within the game, bro. Like, and I know y'all boys done shed light on this on the podcast, especially on the hoop side before. I'm always watching the podcast. So I just want to reiterate, even on the football side, if you're a young nigga out there, excuse me, I don't want to say nigga in this situation, but if you're a young athlete out there trying to make it, female, male, I'm telling you, even on the football side, from a person that's been to the pro level in football, it's definitely not just about what you do on the field. It is about showing up to, coach want to invite you to his house to come eat dinner, or I'm saying, like, hey, we want you to go stop by the mall and sign 10 autographs. Or hey, you know what, we got a voluntary workout here. Or hey, why you ain't go to class on Tuesday? They watching everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking like, bro, I ain't never got in trouble in college. I never got arrested. I never been in trouble with the laws. I never got kicked out of school, nothing. So I'm like, shit, I'm good if I don't come to voluntary workouts every now and then, if I don't go to the coach house and eat dinner, or if I don't go to the random bowling alley performance that they want us to go to. Like I'm thinking I'm straight because I'm balling on Saturday and I'm not getting in trouble. But to them, it's like, it's 100 of us doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's 100 niggas out there that's balling on Saturday and not getting in trouble. What else are you doing for they can be like, oh shit, like we want this guy. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because it was literally a perfect segue about what you were saying, because I didn't do that in college.
I think there'll be especially like as a pro, I think, and even now with the NIL, like Doc touched on, like I would be very interested to know, like, how much team camaraderie is in it now. Like as the NIL, like Doc, you seen the one guy, the coach retired or walked off, left the team mid-season because he said a guy came in and asking for more bread, or a guy came in and asking for more shots. Doc, we've seen some of these guys NIL demands. Hey, I can't come out the game on third down, or you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. Where it's like, I think the money and the pursuit of trying to get more kind of squeezes the team camaraderie, and not even on purpose. It could just be like a byproduct of, man, shit. Like I'm trying to get more bread, and I need a better situation. So, like the guy at UNLV, Dot, he transferred after the third game. We 3-0 in the top 25. And y'all didn't pay me my $100K So I'm quitting because I don't want to lose my, you know what I'm saying? So it's a tricky game right now, and it's only getting more trickier. And I think my little theory is it's because of the bread. The bread is what takes it away.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It was easy to have team camaraderie in 5th, 6th, 7th grade because shit.
Oh yeah, high school easy.
It was easy.
Only thing we had to be proud of is a trophy. Everybody was getting it if we won. You know, now it's he a all pro.
You get your little medal. You want your little medal, and you know what I'm saying. You want your little medal.
So, yeah,
I would say it's accolades and money win because everybody want to be I'm all pro or I'm all conference. Like,
well, the accolades is what's going to allow you to go in there and say, hey, man, I was a Triple Crown winner this year. I led the lead in touchdown catches. Like, I need 30 million. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? So either so accolades equal your stats, or accolades is going to allow you to go in there and demand more money. But again, I think it's a byproduct of all just, I want more money, or I want more of this, or I want more power, or whatever. And that kind of squeezes the team camaraderie a little bit. But, anyways, Chad, not to go on a soliloquy, man, and get all off topic, but, I think it's a good segue for us to jump into this part of the interview, BA. And, me and Dr. kind of touched up on a lot of different topics on this podcast. And I think one of the more important things is definitely from an athlete standpoint, but really just from a life standpoint, brother. We all battle adversity. I myself, I've documented on the podcast tons of mistakes I've made, wrong decisions I've made, times I shouldn't have said nothing and I kept talking. You know what I'm saying? And it just, we'll characterize it as adversity, and we all go through it. You can't really avoid it. Some of it we bring on ourselves. But BA, kind of touch up to us, man, for the viewers at home, bro. Give us some insight on some of the adversities that we, from the outside looking in, don't know that you went through. Obviously, we looking at you from my standpoint, it looked like it's all good. Two-way star, high school All-American, state championship, sign to Oregon, get to the NFL, but we don't know the other side of, you know what I'm saying, the scratching, the clawing, the failures, the shortcomings, injuries, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to categorize as adversity. Give us some insight on that, brother, for the people at home.
Nah, that's one of the things I loved about this podcast was how real y'all was, because it made me excited to join and be able to tell my part of the story, because I feel like every nigga that, when you look at him and what he accomplished and what he been able to do, or, what he wasn't able to accomplish, I think it's two sides to everything. Like I could sit here honestly at 31 and look at myself and say, one, I'm still blessed to be playing, and you feel me, I overcame a lot of shit, but on the flip side of that, it's a lot of shit that, maybe my career path would have been different had I did some other stuff a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's two things that when you say adversity, like I got two sides of it. I got the shit I can't control side, and then the shit that like, maybe I shouldn't have did that side. You feel me? So I'm gonna try to touch on both and keep it short. But
we all had those, brother.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna be honest, it started in high school, brother. Like senior year, bro. Like I remember I signed my letter of intent. I'm going to Oregon. Like, everybody, oh, BA, you going to Oregon? You remember this when Oregon was hot. Like, they was on the map. Like, they had just got on Anthony Thomas just went crazy in the Rose Bowl. Like, you feel me? Oregon was like, they was hot. So, I ain't gonna say it didn't get to my head because, like, I had already been dealing with, like, popularity and success in high school. And, like, Lynn said, like, I had been known since I was a kid. But I think, like, in the moment, I felt like, oh, my job done. Like, I'm going to college. Like, ain't nothing they could say, ain't nothing they could do. Like, I'm good over here. Like, ain't nothing more accomplish. And, bro, like, I stopped taking school serious, bro. Like, a lot of people don't know this nigga. I almost didn't graduate. I almost didn't go off to college and was eligible to go to college because my English teacher at the time, Miss Tate Smith, I know a lot of people from the tower, if y'all watch this, y'all gonna laugh. But we had this English teacher, bro. She ain't played no games. Like, no games. And we had a paper, bro, and the fucked up part about it was, like, the paper was about my parents. Like, it was supposed to be a biography of your parents. Like, some shit I could go ask my people, you feel me? But just being lazy and doing shit I shouldn't have been doing versus some shit I could do that would literally help me propel into the next part of my life. Like, I ain't end up doing the paper. Next thing you know, the paper due on the next day. I'm like, shit, like, what I'm gonna do? So I I literally cheated off this girl paper in my class, nigga. Like, well, my period was like, I think like 4th or 5th period. Her period was like 1st or 2nd. Like, so I took her paper, copied her paper, but like tried to change the words up. Like, I swear to God, it's some niggas that's gonna watch this podcast. They was in my class. They gonna laugh when they see this. And like, I changed the words thinking I'm good. You feel me? Like, nigga, not to be cocky, but I'm Bralon Addison. Like, she gonna read the paper and be like, all right, whatever. Like, you feel me? So, nigga, we get in class and this probably like, so you go off to school in June. This probably like April. It's probably April. So it's 2 months left until we graduate and go off to college. Get in the class, everybody getting their grades, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no words. The girl I copied off for, she was an A student, you feel me? So anyway, she gets the paper, she passed the papers out, she gets to mine, and it say B-, circle, come see me. So when I get the paper, looking back, I should have took my B- and just left. But the girl that I copied off of, she got an A+. So I'm like, fuck, I get a B- when I literally copied off this person, you know what I'm saying? So my dumb ass, I go up there. She said, come see me. I go up there, bro. She like, who paper is this? I'm like, what you mean? She was like, I know you ain't write this paper. Like, I'm like, I did write this paper. Lying about it, you feel me? When I could have, right then and there, I should have said, you know what, I fucked up, I cheated, blah, blah, blah. Or even before that, I should have just did the paper. It was about my parents, you feel me? So she ended up like, bro, she tried to fail me off of one paper. Like, she did not want me to go to college. Like, she literally went to the principal, like, hey, we got to fail him. Like, if he get in college, he gonna be doing the same shit he doing now. Like, he only gonna like mess over himself. You feel me? So thank God, I'm Bralon Addison, the principal. She loved me. She like, nah, you got to give him another chance to write the paper. I write the paper.
Right.
End up getting the paper. I pass, whatever. Go off to college. Swear to God, freshman year, we got a paper that's due. What I did, being lazy, I forgot about the paper. I almost got kicked out of school as a freshman because I got caught cheating. You feel me?
VA.
So it just.
VA, I'm gonna stop you right there because I got a funny story. I know you know this. Your road dog, your right hand man.
Yes.
Chance Allen.
Allen, yes.
At Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to do no schoolwork, man.
None.
Took the paper that I had. I said, Chance, bro, I got a paper. I actually wrote this paper, Chance. I said, bro, just I'm gonna send it to you because you my man's. Just change it up, at least.
Change it up. Yep.
This at Oregon, bro. I think our freshman year or sophomore year. I sent the paper to Chance. Bro turned in the exact thing I sent him. Didn't touch it. He didn't touch it. Bro, they call us in. They like, hey, either you or Chance wrote the paper and one of y'all to cheat. I said, look, I didn't say anything. I just said, hey, Chance, bro, just tell it how it is, bro. Because somebody gonna get in trouble. I'm not gonna say nothing because we didn't meet together.
Just go ahead and take your charge, brother.
Take your charge. So we text and I'm like, Chance, bro, it's no way that you turned in the exact same paper I just sent you, Chance.
When you told him to change it up.
I told you to change it because meanwhile I got it from somebody else.
You know what's fucked up? That was my roommate. You know, that's my road dog. That's my roommate. So we looking out cheating, getting caught.
VA, I know. Y'all stay up top from me, bro. One floor up. I said, Chance, bro. Chance, I got this from somebody. I changed it up. So I'm about to send it to you, so you change it up. So it's gonna be 3 different papers. Bro turned in the same paper. So when you telling that story, I'm like, we all did the same shit. Chance, crazy ass. Y'all in the same room, like, fuck. This strictly football.
Chat, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, chat. I probably shouldn't tell y'all this, but it's an informative experience. They got something now called Chat GPT, fellas. You dig what I'm saying? So if you're in college right now and you don't feel like writing that paper, just punch the script in on Chat GPT. Hey, get you a whole page paper done. It sound like you. No need to cheat and turn in the same papers no more, fellas.
You gotta go in. You gotta go in and add your own love. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go in. And it
will sound like it came out of like Siri wrote that motherfucker. That's how it sound like. It sound like
this is words of advice from a pro athlete on the pro side, on the school side, and also was able to accomplish and get their degree. So listen to this because it's a lot of times, bro. It's gonna be hard trying to do that schoolwork and be the best player you can be. But don't cheat. You know what I mean? Just find your way to.
Chat GPT, man. They got another one out there called Gamma. You get on there, man. You punch you in the script. It get you a whole presentation of how you taking care of it, man. But back to the story, man. But
back to it,
bro. I got to college doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like I said, it was adversity. I brought it myself. You feel me? Shit like not going to workouts when it's voluntary, thinking like, this is voluntary workouts. I'm like, cool, like I'm gonna skip them hoes. Like I'm still doing my thing on the field. I'm not thinking this shit matters. You feel me? Like, cause I know how we grew up. We all were stars on our teams. If coach say voluntary, that nigga is not worried about what Bralon Addison is. He is not worried about what Winston Shepard is, and he is not worried about what Damian Dawson is. You feel me? Because he know when it come time, they gonna get right. You feel me? They gonna get me right. But like we just talked about, when you get to that next level, when you get to college,
that shit matters.
You know what I'm saying? You on $8, like, nigga, I'm paying for you to go to school. And now, like you say, NIL, I'm paying you to literally play football. I'm just paying you to do that. Nigga, you better be at this voluntary workout. When you get to the pros and, hey, it's, what's that shit called? OTAs in the league. If you're not a literal star, like, I'm talking about Russell Wilson or somebody, like, you better be at these OTAs.
They just fired Aaron Rodgers' ass up for skipping the OTAs last season. Like, that shit matters, brother. Like, and I know why it matters. It's because the coach is trying to set a tone to get on the sorrier players to get on their ass. And no matter what he say, if Aaron Rodgers ain't here, then you look weak. We're not listening to you, Robert Saleh, because A-Rod didn't listen to you, and he better than me. So that's the whole thing about the voluntary workouts, OTAs, is to set a tone that BA here, he's better than all y'all. So how are you not gonna listen? But if BA not here, now them other dudes like, oh well, shit, BA ain't here, so I ain't taking this shit serious. He ain't taking, you know what I'm saying? That's the real thing about it, chat.
Bro, it took me so long to realize that though. When like I'm 31, I just finished my 6th year in the CFL, and I'm I think 8 or 7 years deep out of college. Bro, it was probably three seasons ago when I really realized that. I had a coach, June Jones. Shout out June Jones, coaching legend all over the world. You know,
I remember
some people gonna know who he is when they watch this podcast. When I first got up here in the CFL, bro, I had been out for a whole year of playing football. Like I got cut from the Bears. I'm out doing nothing. I'm playing Fortnite every day at this point. You feel me? Like not caring, not knowing what's next. Like I'm just vibing at this point. I get an opportunity to come up here to the CFL. I'm doing the same shit, brother. Like I think I'm 25 at the time, 24, something like that. I'm doing the same shit I was doing in college, same shit I was doing in high school. And John Jones brought me in. He said, you know what? You could play. He was like, you're a really good player. And he said, but if you do something else, like you miss something else, or if you don't come to something that's voluntary, or if you late for a meeting, he was like, if I hear your name one more time or not doing something right, he's like, I'm gonna have to send you home. And he was like, I know you could play. He was like, but if I let you come in here and do whatever, how that's gonna look to everybody else? And like, bro, that shit hit me because I was like, damn, like, I ain't, before then, like, I had heard people say, oh, come to voluntary workouts. Oh, you better be on time to class, or oh, whatever. Like, but I'm just thinking they just doing it to enforce rules. You feel me? I'm not really thinking about like, bro, it's not just about you. Like, I understand you shining on Saturday, you shining on Sunday, you shining on Friday, whatever day you play. It's not just about you. You feel me? Go back to that team camaraderie shit. So like, that was a big part of adversity that I like literally probably like a couple seasons ago just really overcame, of really realizing like this shit is bigger than just the game. It's the game inside the game. You feel me? So
and they will make that more important than your play. They will act a team chat. I'm telling you right now, bro. A team will act like that is more important than what you're doing on the court or the field. You hear what he said? Yeah, you are a good player. No, I might be the best player on the team, but you ready to cut me because I'm not coming to the voluntary workout. So, informative experience chat takeaways. It ain't no such thing as voluntary anything.
No, nothing. That's just saying. If it's on the schedule, just go. I don't care if it's
just show up. You don't have to do that. You can go there and stretch your hamstrings for all I care. Just show up.
Just show
Just
up.
show up. Just show
You
up.
honestly really ain't got nothing else more important to do. I mean, BA, you probably, I know
I used to be
myself.
doing shit like playing the game, bro.
I was just about to say, BA,
bro.
like you probably not going to the voluntary workout and we on Call of Duty or you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. I had an issue, BA. My shit was never voluntary workout, but me, bro, when I was playing down in Australia, right, they're big on wanting you to be in the community. Wanting you to go to schedule the kids camps and go to elementaries and BA. Like I can't. I was just like, I'm not doing that shit. And every single time I would come up with an excuse. My back hurt. I would on purposely schedule treatment sessions. And at the end of the day, BA, like I'm out there, I'm giving you 16, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Like I'm like, man, y'all niggas leave me alone with this babysitting shit, y'all. But like at the end of the season, BA, this real talk. I won the fucking MVP. I won the Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. I get on the phone with my agent. I'm ready to start talking shit. Like, yeah, man, I want XYZ. Man, he get on the phone like, hey, Win, you know, the GM called me. He like, they would never bring you back. I'm like, huh? Like, I'm like, wait, did you see everything I just won, brother? Like, have you checked the accolades? We just talked about accolades. I'm like, have you checked the accolades? Man, he sent me a screenshot. He like, Win is just too moody. He never wants to show up. XYZ. And again, Chad, like, take it for what it's worth. I'm not mad or upset about it. But again, this is the difference between playing 8 seasons as a pro, really being the best player, and playing 12. 14. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. It's like my shit was never about on the court, BA. It was always, I swear to God, it's always that type of shit. And I'm just like you. Like, I'm sitting there about to cuss my agent out. And then I had to just be like, man, they probably scheduled me on that shit 15 times, BA, and I didn't go to one. I made an excuse every time, like, hey, look, I can't go to this elementary right now. I'm tired, or my knee hurt, but then we'll go to the game and I'll have 25. Yeah. And they'll make that like that's more important than the 25. Like, you know what I'm saying? So chat, go to the meetings. If it's voluntary, involuntary, mandatory, go to it. Just show up. If you gotta go to the elementaries, you know, I as I get older, I kind of start feeling bad about that shit because I remember being a little kid and going to A&M camp and Baylor camp. Like, you be wanting to see the older, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm like cutting the kids off from seeing me, and you know, so chat, learn from us, learn from me. And another thing I want to let y'all know too, chat, we bring a lot of shit on ourselves. You know, most of this shit that we talking about, BA, is self-inflicted. This ain't really the system and somebody doing me dirty. Like, nah, this really shit that, and let me speak for myself, that I bring on my own self. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that we better or bigger than the system, right? That's really what it comes down to, man. I'm BA, man. What? I just had 100 catches last year. Like, I don't need this workout. I work harder than everybody already. But what it comes down to is it's just optics. That's all it is, optics. We need to be able to be like, everybody on the team shows up if it's on the schedule. Not 99% and then our best player don't show up and now everybody feel like, well, BA don't listen, we don't listen, so shit, why would I listen? You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna say this, but it's just gonna be real quick and real slight. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, it was different from based off just the coaches I had. They ain't let us get away with that shit. Yeah. Just to be real. You could be the nicest nigga at Yates. Coach Wise is gonna hold you accountable for everything. You gotta go to class, you gotta pass, you gotta show up. You know what I'm saying? And then also Coach John was the same way. Nigga, I don't care if you the nicest on our team, you gonna go to this car wash. Yeah. You gonna wash these cars, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come pick you up. I'm gonna bring you to Katie. This real shit. Nah, this real shit though. I'm gonna come pick you up. We're gonna go to this car wash. We're gonna be in Katie collecting money. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, wait, y'all in the 4th grade washing cars, bro.
Hey, but we literally wasn't washing cars. We was just standing out there and they had the car washes at like Walmart and shit. We was just standing out there like, hey, go get your car wash and here's a donation for our team. You know what I'm saying? But that's always been my mentality. And then on the south side, like Pop Warner, you couldn't get away with shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you the best player, I don't care. If you fuck up, you going to bear crawl. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck up, you going to roll. This real shit though. So it's like when I got, and then it's from my mom too. When I got to high school, bro, I didn't miss no days of school. My mom made sure I went to every day in high school. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to college and I got to high school, when I got to past college and pro, I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And I hear y'all talking, and I got a different aspect on it. My perspective different because the coaches I play, Coach Sampson, nigga, ain't know when you want to show up. You know what I'm saying? Coach Wise, ain't know when you want. I don't give a fuck who you is. The best player is gonna get chewed out. The best player is gonna stay after. We all gonna get shots up. You know what I'm saying? So I think I hear y'all perspective and my perspective a little different when I look at it and when I look at like showing up and being there, especially like in the pros, like you get paid for that shit. So it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? So you want to go because you get an extra check. But that's just my perspective on it. And it could be taken either way. I'm sure we all got stories on that. But VA, I kind of want to jump into it, man. Like we got the pie rolling, we still going, man. When we drop this, it's gonna be legendary. But I kind of want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about your college years at Oregon, bro, because we're gonna backtrack a little bit because we kind of skipped past that. But bro, you went to the University of Oregon. Marcus Mariota was your quarterback.
Yeah.
Austin Stadium home game.
Mariota, if you ain't know. Mariota,
Austin Stadium was rocking. I remember leaving practice, running to the games. Man, we gotta hit this game. Shout out my boy Fred Richardson. Fred loves you boys. He couldn't wait to leave practice to get to them football games, bro. But with that being said, bro, DeAnthony Thomas, like I said, you know, my boy, what's my boy name? Troy Hill. All the guys over there, Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner, Pharaoh Brown. You know what I'm saying? We built relationships just off being freshmen and being nice.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Kind of give us a backstory on that, bro. And just how was that experience? Do you ever look back and be like, bro, I played at the University of Oregon. Nigga, we got 100 jerseys for every different game. You ever look back at that and be like, man, I played on one of the best colleges in the world?
Yeah, bro. It's like, it really don't hit me a lot until like times like this where we, you know, just chopping it up, having fellowship, or like I run into somebody like this past year. You know, I told you about a story offline where I had a dude in training camp with me on my team this year, and he like just every day he was looking at me, and I'm just like, what's up with bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you keep looking at me? And the last day of training camp, he came up to me, he was like, hey, bro, like, real shit. Like, I used to watch you when I was a little kid at Oregon, when you was at Oregon. And I'm like, damn, like, you know, when you in your own little bubble, you're not really seeing, and they go back to the showing up and do other shit, you feel me? You're not seeing the impact you got on other people, or, you know, somebody else might be watching you. Just, hey, I'm just out here hooping for y'all case. I'm just out here hooping, you feel me? I'm just out there playing football. But, like, to sit back and think about it now, like, just knowing how many fans of, like, Oregon that there are in the world. Like, I got a homeboy, he from Buffalo, New York, and he like a big ass Oregon fan. Like, the way we got cool because we met on a video game, he was like, bro, I remember you at Oregon, you know. Like, I just think like at the time, I feel like the way I ended up at Oregon was crazy in itself. And then once I was there, like, I knew the importance of Oregon, like when I chose to sign there, as far as like I knew about DeAnthony, I knew about Michael James, I knew about Jeremiah Mazzoli, I knew about Darren Thomas, who was from the H, Josh Huff, who was from the H. You know what I'm saying? I know about you feel me? I know about these boys, and I know what they was doing at Oregon at the time, even taking it back to the Dennis Dixon days, Joey Harrington days. Like, I know about Oregon, but I just think like getting there and being on campus and like having that one track mindset of like, okay, like I'm here, like I gotta show out. You feel me? Like, I feel like later in my life, I've sat back and be like, damn, like I was really playing at one of the livest schools in the country. Like, to this day, like people just be coming up to me and like, hey, what about this uniform combo? What you think about this? You feel me? And it's like, it's kind of crazy that at the time, like you feel like you really don't. Like, it was times in games where we'll have a uniform or something and we'll come out and like it'll be in our locker. I'm like, damn, we gonna be live today. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna have a live ass unit on, but like you have to put that shit on and get ready to go to war. You feel me? So I feel like later now in my life, I've come to the realization, like, damn, like all of us, what we did, like, nigga, me playing at Oregon, you playing at San Diego State, Doc, you playing at Oregon, you playing at U of H, like we don't really think about it, but we did some legendary shit. You feel me? So it's like now I sit back and I watch the games, and like as a fan now who don't play for the team no more, like I feel like it means more to me now what I did at Oregon than it did when I was actually there. Because like the other day when we got smacked by Ohio State, I was hurt. You feel me? I'm like, damn, like I felt like shit. I put on the jersey, had blood, sweat, and tears, and paid the way for these boys to get NIL and paid the way for these boys to have new helmets and shit, just like the niggas that came before me. It was like the shit was just so special in itself to like literally watch us have a chance to go be in a college football playoff and be the number 1 team in the country. And like after seeing all the things they did this year, I went back and watched. I'm not gonna lie, I went back and watched a lot of my tape and like, damn, like I was really doing that. Like, and you know, this is what we just talked about, but like the adversity how I went through, like tearing my ACL and meniscus at Oregon in the middle, like in the second year of my career. I played as a freshman, which was a huge thing because a lot of people thought I showed up to Oregon, I was gonna get redshirted. So that was a big thing in itself for me. I'm like, damn, I can't get redshirted, can't get redshirted. It's always been like a self-conscious ass motivation that has helped me propel. And then, you know, the next year I'm second team all Pac-12 as a sophomore. Then boom, my junior year, going into my junior in the spring, blow my ACL out. Now I got to do it again. I got to start back over. Junior year, my next year, which would have been my 4th year in school, but my junior year of football, I'm second team Pac-12 again. So I think like in the moment, like I knew like, damn, I'm doing something that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do. But I feel like now being the age that I'm at, I'm really to sit back and like watch the younger boys play and see like from the outside looking in the impact that, you know, players like Dylan Gabriel got, players like Ted Johnson got, all these boys got influence on these kids out here and on these, even some adults look up to these boys, you know what I'm saying? Like to see that and see what they do and, you know, just finding it and seeing people come up to me and say, hey, like, I remember you at Oregon. Like, I think now it hit me more and it's able to see like, damn, like I really did something special. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all boys, y'all did some legendary shit that people gonna remember y'all forever, even if we don't think so, you know?
Yeah. BA, let me ask you a question to touch up on that. And I can speak for myself, but I would love to kind of hear your insight on it. Do you think that having so much success young and really going to nationals and flying around and getting Jordan jumpsuits and all this shit made it to where it was like we thought that was the norm and it's really not? And then maybe we didn't appreciate, or I can speak for myself. I probably look back and I never really appreciated none of it because I always thought, well, shit, this is just the norm. Everybody go to Finley Prep. Oh, okay, niggas go to Nationals, Cocoa Beach and win the championship. Oh, okay, niggas fly first class to Memphis, AAU. And then it ain't until now really where I'm like, damn, I don't hoop now. Where it's like, damn, that shit was lit. Like, damn, that time in San Diego State that I was just like, man, I just want to hurry up and try to get to the NBA, not even appreciating it, was lit. But I think, at least for me, having that success so early, BA, really flying around and being ranked and doing interviews and even like you said, Laco winning the 33 game, 33-0, where it just kind of made it. I think it spoiled me to the point where I just thought that was the norm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what about you?
Now, I would say 100%. And I think that's why now, like to hear everybody else talk about what I did, it's like, oh shit, like I didn't think it was a big deal because, like you said, since 4th grade, I was scoring touchdowns. 4th grade, I was making layups. You know, then we started going to nationals. We, like you said, at Laco, we was winning district every year, going 32-0, 29-1. Like, I felt like, to me, it was disappointing. Like when I lost, like I like some of my family members now to this day, they joke about me being like a sore loser because like I don't know how to handle losing. But it's because since a kid, like I was always excelling personally. And then, like you said, when I was on them same planes with you, going to Memphis, going to Virginia, going to Cocoa Beach, going to California, we went to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like
it just felt like that. I just thought that's what everybody was doing. Honestly,
y'all boys was flying while we was driving. You see what I'm saying? We was driving. Hey,
but don't feel like I wasn't in that van with you. I was in that van.
You was in that van, but you was in that van a couple times. I was in that van a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was flying to Memphis. We was driving to Memphis. Yeah. Y'all was flying to Nationals. We was driving to Nationals. You see what I'm saying?
I can't let you do that, Doc, because I gotta say my starting from the bottom moment. I used to play for them Houston Jaguars, but the B team before I was on the A team. We drove, I think it was like 19, 20 hours on a bus from Houston, Texas to Cocoa Beach, Florida to go. I think y'all was at the National too. That same
We
National.
drove.
I was on that bus.
We drove from Katy, bro. We drove from Katy all the way to Cocoa Beach. I'm talking about, bro. We drove
Miami.
Man, bro.
Crazy. We was in little Haiti.
God.
We was in little Haiti.
But as a kid, I swear you wouldn't think about. Like I feel like right now, if I hopped on the bus and go to Cocoa Beach, I'd be like, hell no, like But as a kid, I ain't gonna lie,
it was a fun experience, and it's also like rest in peace, Coach John, bro.
Sure.
Taught me a lot about myself. Taught me a lot about, being actually having friends, and being around people that you fuck with, and being around people that love you, no matter what. Even you playing, like I didn't pay to play for Coach John. Yeah. But I was there. I didn't have to play for them. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I was there because I trusted him and I looked at him as a father figure. And, He would come all the way from Katy, pick me up at my mom's house, drop me off, and pick me up for practice, games, all that shit. So I would say, like, for me to go to the hoops and then get all that shit, like the traveling, the flying, the gear, that shit just meant so much to me, bro. And I was just like, I'm happy to be here. I didn't care if I was coming off the bench. I didn't care if I wasn't playing a lot and I was playing behind LJ and J Mike and them. That shit meant so much to me because I came from playing for D Gibb hoops. Right. Nigga, I was playing for the Hops, nigga. Y'all know that. We didn't have no gear. We didn't have shoes, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the moment that I got to the hoops, bro, and had the opportunity to actually meet Hal Passner and see how y'all boys was really getting geared to shoes to practice, every practice, backpacks, all that shit, I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Yeah. And this is before nigga I committed to Oregon, nigga. This when I was just grinding for real. So I would say it's two sides to every story, bro. It's one side where you don't even notice what's going on, and there's one side where you actually take appreciation to it. And I think it's like there's different perspectives with everything. You know what I'm saying? We all overcome adversity a different way. I had my own shit. You know what I mean? I had my own shit with just blurting out and not being the team guy. Or beefing with my thing is not the team. It's never the team. It's never the players on my team. It's always the coach. Yeah, it's always the coach. My problems is always with the coach, and I can sit here and say that and be honest. Yeah. That's why I think I'm gonna be able to be a pretty decent coach myself because I get upset with coaches and the decisions they make, and I know how I feel as being one of the best players on the team to not make my guys feel how some coaches make me feel when I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? So I take that as perspective. My shit is not showing up to. I can show up to everything. Yeah. I'm a lovable person. Everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the head coach, I don't fuck with head coaches. Right. I just do what you ask me to do. But in reality, like I don't really fuck with head coaches. Yeah. And when it's dropped, like it's true. Like all my head coaches probably be like, it was you know what I'm saying? It was something there to where I'm gonna play as hard as I can, but like we not gonna have a conversation for real.
That's so funny though, like how in the basketball world, it's only 13, 14, 15 of y'all. So like a coach could see that and like feel some type of way. Like it's 100 of us. Like shit, it might be like, nigga, I might talk to my head coach once every 2 weeks. You feel me? Because like he's just the overseer. You feel me? Like everything he do is like, oh, we got a team meeting. Oh, I'm talking. Unless he like literally coaching me at the time. Versus with y'all, it's like y'all like in each other's face all the time. Like, Dot, do this, Dot, do that, Dot. You know, so it's funny to see how like the differences is in the sports. I did want to say before we move on, real quick though, shout out Coach John though, because I'm gonna be honest, to know him as a little kid and to watch him grow up and coach as long as he did, and always have his son play for him. Y'all boys know what the going rate of like being a coach's son is, and like being a guy who coaches son, like what people think about you. You feel me? So I just wanted to shout him out because I've never, like all these years, I'm 31, I've never heard nobody say like, oh, he treated John with this or he treated me differently. Like I've only heard good things about that boy as being like, about that man as being like a real one. You feel me? Like doing shit that he don't gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to just give a real shout out because it ain't a lot of coaches out there like that, and especially ones that they got they sons playing for them. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to, give him a little shout out real quick.
Big shout out to JJ, man. I will say that I've been very proud and impressed with the way that he's developed his game. He's over there playing in Hungary, which I played over there before. We won the championship over there. So you do got some, you know what I'm saying? You got to strive and, you know, I've left something over there for you to try to achieve championship cup. But again, to see where he started at A&M, transferred, then turned pro, and looked like he's continuing to get better as a pro. That's a big shout out on that, man. But obviously, BA, man, this interview going crazy, man, and we gotta at least touch up a little bit on these last two topics, man. So give us a little bit of insight, man, on that under the helmet, bro. Like you've done at Oregon. I'm going to the next level, man. Kind of walk us through that process, man, and kind of how is it being there and getting there. Obviously, like you said, it's 100 of y'all. It's only 15 basketball players. So that kind of make the dynamic, you know, like, or at least I would imagine, like, man, damn, like, how is it like that, man? How do you operate with 100 other people, you know, daily?
Yeah, bro. I think, like, even to kind of piggyback off the Oregon journey, like, tearing my ACL, then coming and balling after tearing the ACL, being second team All Pac-12, I feel like I was slighted. I feel like I should have got first. Just a quick history, shout out to myself. That year, it was only two people in the whole NCAA that had a passing, rushing, receiving, and return touchdown in the whole NCAA. Two people, me and Christian McCaffrey. Only two people in the whole NCAA. So I'm doing stuff like that. I'm thinking like, damn, I'm gonna go at the latest 4th, 5th round. You feel me? Like, but again, back to what we talked about earlier, the stuff that I thought didn't matter at the time, it caught up to me. You know, like the not going to voluntary workouts, the cheating in school, like, you know what I'm saying, lying about getting caught, things like that. Like, it caught up to me. This is one of the reasons why, if you look at my resume, like if I literally just handed somebody my college resume, bro, they're gonna be like, oh, he at least went 5th round. At the worst, he went 5th round. You feel me? But the stuff that they don't see is what didn't add up to the resume on the field. You feel me? So what I did, like you said, taking accountability and saying a lot of what we do and don't be able to accomplish is on us. Like, I didn't get drafted because of the result of these things. So going into the NFL as an undrafted guy, it's tough, bro. Like, it's tough because you got to think, like, every team in the league already got I'm going to say 4 to 8 guys that's like, we cater to rim no matter what. Like, these guys is like, they here. Like, the Jamar Chases, the Joe Burrows, the T. Higgins for a while, Joe Mixons. Like, you got them. You got that group. And then you got the guys who maybe they're not like our A-tier players, but this our B-tier players of like guys that on Sundays, we know they're going to perform. We can count on them. They've been here for a while. They are veterans on this team and this locker room. They're going to be here. And then you got the C-tier guys, the incoming rookies that's first rounders to 4th rounders that's like they low-key B-tier guys already. They just haven't had time enough. And some of them A-tier guys like the Justin Jeffersons and them guys like that, they're going to be A through upper C-tier guys. And then you got the D-tier, the tier of I went bottom of the 5th, 6th, 7th, and even undrafted round guys that's like, it's finna be a grind to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look back now, I still got clips of me in training camp for the Broncos. And I'm like, damn, like, how I didn't make that team? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I still to this day, like, think like, damn, like, why I didn't make that team? But it's a grind, bro. Like, I know y'all boys talked about it, like, on previous podcasts. Like, it's really a grind, especially, like, and Doc, you went second round when me and you was both undrafted. Like, to make it off of that is like, you gotta be doing your job, you gotta be killing, you gotta do all the extra stuff. You gotta, hey, if coach say, hey, I want some water, you gotta go get him some water. I'm gonna just be 100. You gotta do stuff that you really don't want to do. Like, we all just talked about how we grew up being stars and being good in our sports since little. We ain't never had to kiss no ass. But I wouldn't necessarily say you gotta kiss ass, but you gotta, just doing your job on the field ain't gonna get you to where you want to be because they already got them guys that's doing what they want to do. You got to step out your comfort zone. Like, you might have to go run down on kickoff. I probably got one kickoff tackle my whole career of football since I was 5 years old to 31, and it was at Oregon. I had one. So shit like that, like, that I didn't know about going to the NFL undrafted. Like, it ain't about just being a receiver, brother. It ain't about just being a returner. You might have to be a gunner on punt. You see what I'm saying? This the shit I didn't know. So I'm giving game out there for anybody who's watching this. If you go late rounds and you get undrafted, be ready to play special teams. Like, be ready to be a special teams warrior. Like, you got to make yourself stand out somehow to even blend in with them A, B, C tier type guys I talked about. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I would say when I got to the Broncos, I didn't understand. So I get cut from the Broncos after having a decent camp. Then I go to the Bears. The Bears, like, they signed me later in the season. So I had been at home. Then the Bears signed me later in the season. And I came on to the Bears. And, bro, I shit you not, no disrespect. I don't know if anybody going to see this that was on that team. But when I got there, at the time, Alshon Jeffrey was still there. Leonard Floyd was still there. This was the year when Jay Cutler was kind of like doing the tripping and shit. And they was just like, they ain't really want Jay Cutler no more. So I think Matt Barkley was my quarterback. We had Brian Hoyer. But like, the roster wasn't that great. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm basically
saying, BA, I should have made that team.
Like, when I got there, I was on P Squad for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Then, like, I'm killing in practice. I was like, oh shit, like, let's activate them. You feel me? So they activate me. I'm doing well. Like, Alshon Jeffrey, shit you not, came up to me. He like, hey, bro, like, take advantage of your opportunity. Like, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as you got here, I noticed, like, you was like that. Like, you should have been up. But now you got your opportunity. Take care of it. So I get on the field, doing my thing, and the season ends. So this is another part that they don't tell you about. Like, I just talked about, you got to get lucky too. The coach that I was playing for at the time, John Fox, that whole staff got fired. So they bring in new coaches. These ain't the coaches that like me. I'm an undrafted player. When you undrafted, you have to kind of get lucky and find a staff that likes you and kind of like, oh shit, like, we can see a future for him. Like, because as an undrafted player, you're going to drop the ball just like a first rounder would. You're going to fumble the ball like a first rounder would. You're going to miss a block like a first rounder would. You're going to get it. It's football, bro. Like, just in basketball, y'all turn the ball over. You foul. You get ripped. You might miss a layup here. You know what I'm saying? It's
shot blocked. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you're a first rounder, like, the coach like, oh shit, he a first round. Like, we got to give him these opportunities to.
It's all right. It's all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? When you're undrafted, like, oh man, like, you know, they throwing down the clipboard. Like,
It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
get his ass.
The coaches that fucked with me, they got fired. They left. New coaching staff come in. They drafted Tariq Cohen. You feel me? Like, I got cut in the offseason. They drafted Tariq Cohen, but I can show you the film. I'm doing well at practice. The couple of opportunities I got in the game, I'm doing well in the game. To this day, I got two little plays that I'm proud of. I was watching them the other day. I caught like a little out route on Chad, because I was playing running back for the Bears at this time. I caught like a little out route on Chad Greenway. Probably going to be a Hall of Famer someday. You know what I'm saying? Then I had like a little jet sweep, little wildcat play where I stiff on Chad Greenway. So I'm like, I'm out there looking like I belong, but it's just I didn't get lucky enough to that staff that believed in me, that brought me in here. I didn't get lucky enough to stay with them. You feel me? So I feel like what I learned about the NFL was, prior to getting there, and if you listen to this, if you're in college or high school right now, you're going to go on to college, bro, everything in college, don't think that shit will not affect you in the pros, because they going to talk to them people at your school or wherever. They going to ask them questions. And everything you do, the people in that league, NBA, NFL, MLB, CFL, every team overseas, they going to find out. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, the shit I didn't take care of, how I didn't handle my business at Oregon, it followed me to the NFL. And like I said, if you look at my practice tape, my game tape, like, I did more than enough to show that I could play in this league. Like, every time I got cut, a coach would be like, hey, you could play in this league. It's just, whatever, the coach talk what they give you. But I got it on film, but I was killing it. You feel me? But the one or two mistakes I had, because I'm a human, it overweighed how much I was doing because of my background. You feel me? So I get cut from the Bears, go to the CFL. We'll talk about that later. I ball in the CFL. Come back to the NFL, I signed with the Minnesota Vikings after COVID. So at this time, this is when I finally, like I told you, June Jones had already laced me on, you feel me, doing shit the right way. Now, it's not about just talent. You got to do shit the right way. So at this time, I'm like, okay, I'm going back to the NFL. I'm getting another opportunity. Like I say, I'm blessed. I have gotten a lot of opportunity, you feel me? And I think for the most part, I've seized these opportunities, but I've got a lot of them. And a lot of people don't get that. So I go back to the Vikings. I signed with the Vikings. I signed a futures contract. Go through the whole offseason with them boys. COVID hit. I report to training camp, bro. I think I took like 5 COVID tests, 6 COVID tests in a row or some shit like that. Like they had us quarantine and everything. So it finally hit the mark where we can get out the hotel and go to the facility. We had like 2 days of meetings and like conditioning. And then the third day was supposed to be like the first day of like training camp. Bro, the second day, the NFL drops a rule saying like you can only bring a certain amount of people to training camp because of COVID. Next morning, I wake up. I'm at my locker getting ready for training camp. First day, I have no practices, no nothing. Hey, coach, want to see you. I'm like, what? All right, like I'm walking up there like, damn, like, what could he want to see me about? You feel me? Like, I don't know what's going on. Walking off, they're like, hey man, unfortunately, you know, the NFL just dropped the rule. We only can have a certain amount of players in training camp. You know, obviously we had a lot of interest in you and, you know, what you've done in the CFL. But, you know, right now we just got to build enough roster spots for the guys that have been in the league or whatever. I don't even remember everything he said, but basically, like, they kicked me to the curb. You feel me? So, like, again, it was just I was unlucky. You feel me? So, at the same time, I could kind of say where I had a lot of luck in the league, I had a lot of unlucky situations happen to me too. You feel me? But I do want to say that I feel like had I took care of my business in 2012 to 2015 at Oregon, I feel like my draft path would have been different to where that way, like these little mistakes I made along the way, like dropping the ball or getting a holding penalty or whatever it may be that, you know, people do in a game. I would
normal shit.
You know what I'm saying? I would have more leeway. You feel me? So.
Yeah. That's normal shit that's gonna happen. Like you say, shit, whether you a first round pick or undrafted, like you're gonna drop a pass. I didn't seen Jamar Chase drop passes. I just watched Justin Jefferson in the end zone wide open and drop that hoe. Like it's gonna happen. But it's like you said, shit, when it happened and you undrafted, it's like, boy, the coach over there slamming his hat and shit.
Bro,
man, what's this?
Like, you don't even understand, bro. Like it'd be so crazy how like I watched like. Literally, I used to never know why people would get upset when they felt like I was getting too much opportunity or, you know what I'm saying? When you're on that side of it, you don't really think about it because at the end of the day, like I was in high school All-American. I'm not thinking like, oh, like, bro, like, why they showing him so much love? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then when I was on the other side and I'm seeing like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? It might be the 4th day in a row where finally, okay, in the 4th day, I drop a pass. They, oh, what the hell? This is why you got undrafted. You know what I'm saying? But it really ain't even about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it really ain't even about that. So.
Yeah, nah, for sure, bro. That's love, BA. You know, we all had our different pro stories, man. I can relate to you, bro, on just opportunities and not being able to get certain opportunities and feeling like you're killing and not being able to get that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Those situations, those stories can go on forever. Bro, and I just want to give you big shout out, big flowers for just having that resilience and still being able to play at this age, whether it's NFL, CFL, or whatever you're doing, bro. Football is a hard sport, and staying locked in after being cut, after being waived, after injuries, after anything that happened in our professional career and life, period, bouncing back and becoming successful and staying on that path, bro, that just shows your resilience, man. And I want to give you a big shout out for that, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing and whatever that is, when that shit happens and you're back against the wall, bro, you have a mentality to where you shake back all the time, bro. And that's not easy for a lot of people, bro. They get in those situations and you know how it happens, bro. People get in those situations and they give up on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They give up on themselves. They roll up in the bubble and they give up on themselves, bro. So that just shows resilience, confidence in yourself, and just the man that you are, bro. And I just want to say big shouts out to you for that.
What's the deal, man? It's your boy ESPN Win. I'm back again. Ur.Perspectives Podcast is in the building, man. I want to take a second to give a big shout out to the brand new sponsor of our podcast, man, caraccidentcares.com. That's right, caraccidentcares.com. Make sure y'all tap in with my people, man. If you live in the H like I do, you know people can't drive out here. You yourself or somebody that you know probably has been in a car accident. And we all know these can be very challenging times if you don't got the right people in your corner. That's why we partnered up with caraccidentcares.com. Whether you need to get scheduled to see the doctor, whether you need to tap in with the chiropractor, or whether you need somebody that's going to fight to get you the most possible bread from the insurance company, you need to get with my people, caraccidentcares.com. Give them a shout, 281-297-8899. And don't forget, more importantly, tell them we ain't sent you.
But nah, BA, man, that's love, bro. So we're gonna finish it up here, bro. And you know what I mean, just your current situation, bro. We're gonna talk about, you know what I mean, the situation you're in now, playing in the CFL, man. Give us a rundown on that. You said it's been 6 years. How has that been, bro?
Yeah, brother. I just finished my 6th year. Hoping to go for a 7th, 8th, 9th. I'm trying to get to 10, honestly. If I can get to 10 total between the league and NFL and CFL, but if I can get to 10 CFL, that would be perfect. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like we talked about earlier about the journey from high school to college and the injuries and going to the NFL. Like, to be honest with you, after I left high school, bro, that's probably the last time where like I felt like I was legit just having flat out fun playing football. Like, it was like, I ain't worried about the league. I ain't worried about money. I ain't worried about, coaches hating on me. I ain't worried about, having to show up at this event or that event. Like, it was just school and football. You feel me? And then like, once I got to college, I didn't understand the business side of things. So like, to be honest, I wanted to come home every year. Like, every year after football season at Oregon, I wanted to transfer. Or every year I wanted to leave and come home. Or, NFL, getting cut. Like, y'all boys know how that journey go. Like, getting cut and like having to reassure yourself, like, damn, like I'm really still him. Like, I know I'm cold. Like, I just got to prove it, or I got to get an opportunity to prove it. But when I got to the CFL, bro, it was just like, to me, it was the closest thing that I had felt to high school football in a long time, like to Little League football in a long time. Because, minus the quarterbacks, ain't nobody really out here getting rich. Like, you making enough money to stay on your feet and support yourself and, have a little fun and live a nice life. But like, after you done in the CFL, you're gonna have to get another job. You feel me? Like, the quarterbacks, they getting bread like that, but everybody else, you making enough money to live a nice life. So I feel like the money kind of like went out the window, because it was like, I know I ain't getting filthy rich anyway. I'm not getting generational wealth playing up here. And then, I went from playing at Oregon and playing in Chicago, where it's 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 people in the stands every weekend, you feel me? Versus now it might be, hey, if we losing, it's going to be 5,000 in that mug, you know what I'm saying? But if we win it could be 25,000, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you really got to get yourself up to just know, like, I got to show up regardless of what the environment might look like, regardless of what my paycheck might look like, you know what I'm saying? But I think just being able to be around guys who all kind of had the same story, like everybody had either was a high school All-American or had went D2 and went through a path to where like they had to go through this path, that loop, this coach ain't like him or whatever, or, I made it to the league, but then it didn't work out. It's a whole bunch of guys in this league that's like, they got these triumph stories, they got these adversity stories, and then they come to the CFL and they prolong a career. I think being around a lot of guys like that, and niggas who just really kind of got it out the mud, even if you didn't start, because like you said, when people look at my resume prior to NFL, they gonna be like, damn, this nigga had it made, you know what I'm saying? But then it didn't turn out how I wanted it to, and I had to go through some adversity to get to the CFL, and still to this day, like last season I broke my hand, had to bounce back from that and finish the season up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still going through adversity off the field, basically, on the field, but off the field, having to recover from injury. So the CFL, bro, it's been a wonderful experience. I don't know if y'all boys seen the viral clip that Ocho Cinco had like a couple years ago talking about the competitiveness in this league, bro. Like, I feel like a lot of people just look like NFL, then they say CFL, and they're like, like that shit weak, But a lot of these dudes is dudes who played in the NFL and it just didn't work out, or they got hurt or whatever. Like, I would say the NFL and CFL, I feel like the biggest differences is the trenches. Like, I feel like when you look at the trenches, like, them boys in that NFL, like, they different monsters in them trenches. Not to say that dudes in the CFL not, but it's just like you literally see freaks of nature in the trenches in the NFL. Like Aaron Donald shouldn't be moved how he moved at that size. You feel me? Like, that's what you see. But like, to me, besides like the cream of the crop, like obviously Jamar Chase, OBJ when he was at the top of his game, Justin Jefferson, like them boys is like in another world. But I feel like that the bottom of every roster, like, shit, they could be playing in the CFL. Somebody from the CFL could be playing in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this league is really competitive. Like, I've had a blast, bro. I just finished my 6th season. Like I said, I played for the Ottawa Red Blacks. For people who don't know, We made it to the playoffs for the first time in 6 seasons. My first year in the league was the last time they made the playoffs. So to be a part of that was something special. You feel me? To be a part of, I think we had the best. We did have the best home record they ever had in franchise history. So I was a part of that. Had a couple highlights in the playoff game and my last couple games in the season. So, bro, I can honestly say, like, shit, it's just still a blessing to be able to even just still be doing what I love after everything we talk about today. Is like, nigga, we started playing this shit in 3rd, 4th grade, just watching somebody else be happy about it, and to look up 31 years later, I'm still doing it. It's definitely a major blessing. And shit, I want to show the utmost shout out and love to the CFL, to everybody who ever gave me a chance, because shit, it's something I love doing. I'm still doing it at this age, so it's been awesome, bro.
Big shouts out to the CFL, man. I have been keeping up with you, BA. That's what's up, and I'm glad that you was able to bounce back from the hand injury. That's the type of adversity that we can't control. The other shit, we can kind of control that stuff,
Sure.
showing voluntary, getting there, you know what I'm saying, being on time, or doing extra, or actually going to the camps and teaching the kids and things of that nature. We can control that part, but the injury part, we can't control that. And the battle back from that in season, come back, you know what I'm saying, still contribute to the team playoff success. That's major, brother. And like you said, bro, everybody, parents put them in. I can't emphasize that enough, bro. We all know people who played with us from Katie Hops. Not how many people was on that team. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know people that was on the Houston Jaguars. How many people still playing? Like, or for example, vice versa, on the Rangers or the A-Leaf Steelers. Like, this is our everybody, mom and dad put them in. And I believe everybody, mom and dad, had the thought in their head, like, ooh, my son might go pro. And at the end of the day, it's probably 1 or 2 people from each team that's actually going to ever live that dream. So to go through everything that you went through, brother, and to still be on this side, still doing it at a high level, man, if you don't know, overseas, CFL, this shit is not sweet. It ain't nobody playing at your local rec center, nothing. They could go to hoop overseas or play football in the CFL. They're not going to do nothing. It's going to be tough. Like, it ain't easy to go over there and do that. So if you at home chat and you got the ignorant thought in your head that, that shit weak or it ain't, no, brother, these are All-Americans. These are draft picks. These are people that played in the league or played in the NFL or NBA. Like, it's tough over there. These are people that get paid to play. So you gotta be elite. That goes without even saying. You gotta be elite to be making money at anything in life. So shouts out to my boy, man. This has been an amazing interview, man. We done damn near went for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So that lets you know how much game we've been dropping, man. I can't wait to clip this shit up and get some clips out, man, and let people know. And then more importantly than that, BA, man, we're gonna have you on the podcast. You're gonna be with us. So we'll definitely get to keep picking your brain. And understanding your perspective, man. So I know Doc probably got something he want to say, but I just want to one more time congratulate you, brother. Thank you for even taking time out your day. Thank you for even responding to us and coming on here and giving us your perspective, man. I learned a lot of shit that I didn't even know about your career, you as a person, and that's the whole point of this whole podcast stuff. Chat. We want to build relationships, let y'all know who we are outside of what we do. Yeah, you see Win be looking fresh and whatnot, but I got a lot of other stuff that's a part of me. Same with Dot. He got the platinum football on right now, but you know what I'm saying? He got a lot of other stuff that's to him, right? You just know Dot for hitting threes, but it's a lot of other stuff that has got him to that point, man. So this is the best place to learn it. Again, it's an informative experience. That's my little spiel for the day. I'm going to let Dot wrap it up. But, man, again, man, I appreciate you for tapping in with us.
Man, yeah, bro. I just want to say similar to Win saying, bro, don't want to be like a pre-recorded, but big shout out to you, bro. Congratulations on your success, bro. And you still going, man. Just shout out to the NFL, shout out to the CFL, shout out to Hightower, shout out to the University of Oregon. Just everything you've been through, bro, in your career to get you at this point, man. Like I said, bro, I commend you on just being resilient. I think that's the word. If we had a GTA, if we had a 2K characteristic on Bralon Addison, bro, I think the main thing I would say will be highlighted you will have 100% in is resilience, bro. So that's just me and saying it just from watching, not knowing you, like, since we were this big, you know what I'm saying, not being in Mo City with you or being on those teams with you, just from what I've always seen. You're a winner, you're a competitor, and just going through injuries and shaking back, bro, that shows that you're resilient. You know what I mean? You're a resilient man, bro. And that, like I said, if it was an attribute that was 100% for you, I know for sure it'll be resilient. So big shouts out to you, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up to the pod, man. It means a lot. Y'all gonna be seeing BA a lot more. You know what I'm saying? When we talking about under the helmet experiences with these other football guys that we have coming for y'all, bro. But big shouts out to you, bro. Thank you for sharing your story and being real with us, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all boys. Y'all know it's love, man. Since yay high, I can't wait to be on here debating with y'all boys, arguing with y'all boys, laughing at y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? Super hype. You know, I love y'all boys, man. And shit, I just want to say this first. Like, it ain't gonna just be football and all. Like, we gonna be arguing about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do. We just argue about everything. So with that being said, before we go, because it's the first Under the Helmet episode, so we got to get on record before it starts. I got to know who y'all boys Super Bowl picks is. I got to know. Got to know.
Okay. As somebody who feel like I know something about the game, man, I ain't gonna lie. I do feel like I know something, man. I do be in here watching film. I'm watching feet work. I'm watching what the quarterback looking at. I'm educating myself. I'm going, and it's going, you know, I'm going Chiefs on the AFC side. I don't feel like any smart money would put on any other team in the AFC. I got to see somebody really knock them off. So I'm going Chiefs AFC. And then I'm going to go a little bit unconventional on the NFC, but I'm rocking with them Vikings. I know that boy Sam Darnold didn't look that good the other night against Detroit, but that's a conference opponent. That's a, you know what I'm saying, in division game. We might have a little more scouting report for you, but I think this week they're going to go out there to LA on the Rams and handle business. I'm looking forward to a Chiefs versus Vikings, man, with Chiefs doing the 3-peat, man. That's my official picks.
Okay.
So me, bro, I'm gonna go the traditional way, and I'm gonna go the realistic way. You know what I'm saying? You know the Chiefs is gonna be back in the Super Bowl. We know that. Everybody knows that for sure. Only thing that happens if they were to lose is, knock on wood, if Pat Mahomes was somehow to get injured. You know what I mean? So that's the only way that they don't come back. And on the other side, man, we got to shout out to the Houston legend. Aaron Glenn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs, Detroit Lions. It's a must. And who's going to take it home, man? I'm sorry, Aaron Glenn. I love you to death, but 3-peat, Kansas City Chiefs, Pat Mahomes, taking it in Kansas City with Taylor Swift in the stands.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, y'all boys got to clip this so we can come back. I'm going to give my picks. And just want to let the chat know, these boys do be watching football, so don't think they don't know what they're talking about. We always texting about it. And with that being said, to end the show, give my picks so we can clip it. Y'all know I was a dual threat in high school. I got to rock with Lamar coming out the AFC. I'm sorry. I know Win hated. Win be on my boy top, but this the year he going to get it done, man. This the year he going to get it done. I think I got them Ravens coming out that AFC, and I'm with Doc, bro. I can't go against AG. You know what I'm saying? He coached me the team tag. Shout out Aaron Glenn. If you see this, shout out AG. I remember you having us running them suicides, talking about Ron with the fake hustle, getting on Win, getting on me. Shout out AG. I got them Lions coming out the NFC, but I got Lamar taking home the bowl, man. He got to take home the bowl. That's the only thing he missing is a bowl. So Lamar Jackson, he going to etch himself in history as one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play the game this year and give him a Super Bowl victory to go along with the MVPs.
And I will say this, Lamar, I know you're tired of getting smacked up by Pat. I know you're tired of getting smacked up by Patty Mahomes. I'd be furious if every year I got to come up and go against Pat Mahomes to get to the bowl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'd be pissed. That's just like them Lakers. They can't get past them Nuggets.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we can't get back to the chip because the goddamn Nuggets.
Exactly.
So Lamar, I know how you feel. You're furious. You got Big Derrick Henry back there. No Diddy running everybody over. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Like I said, BA got the Ravens. I love Lamar Jackson. I seen him play Houston when he was at Louisville. I went to the game, watched him play Houston, watched him play UOH at Louisville. He's one of the best quarterbacks we've seen. But Pat Mahomes is just on a different trajectory. And that's just how I feel. I don't even gotta watch the game to know Pat Mahomes is gonna do this.
That's your
And that's
perspective, brother.
he's great, and that's my perspective. But we're gonna clip this up, brother. We're gonna drop this. We're gonna make sure we get this out so niggas won't be like, oh, y'all boys bullshit. Y'all talking now because these boys in the playoffs. So we got. I'm gonna say mine, and y'all can say yours. I got Kansas City Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs taking it 27-14. That's my call. 27-14. I'm going Kansas City Chiefs, 27-14, Super Bowl champs.
Man, I'm not going to give no scope because I don't want nobody to, you know what I'm saying, hold me to the scope, but I'm going Kansas City versus Minnesota. Sam Darnold, big shots out, man. I like to see niggas come out the dirt and drip back. This is the ultimate.
Comeback player of the year for sure.
This is the ultimate drip back story. Sam Darnold. Everybody thought you was cheese. They just took a first round quarterback last year. Actually, we don't need that first round quarterback because y'all gonna have to pay me $50 million because I'm about to lead us to the bowl. You got all the pieces. You got the best two receivers outside of Joe Burrow. I mean, as far as like a receiver duo, you got the tight end, you got the back. More importantly, you got the offensive coach. Me personally, I'm rocking with the Vikings. I get it. They just threw up a dud against them Detroit Lions, but I'm going to still rock with them purple people eaters. I got Chiefs versus Vikings in the bowl. And after that, I'm going to keep it solid. I want to see history. I want to see greatness. I want to see the Chiefs go for a three-peat. That's what I want to see. I'm not rooting against the big dogs. I got Chiefs, Vikings. I got Chiefs winning the bowl. I don't got no score. Give me a little bit of time to do some more film study, but Chiefs, Vikings, Chiefs three-peat.
BA, that's bullshit. Because when we look back at this, he gonna be like, no, I'm giving you a score, 24-17 or 27-14. Don't be over here just, this one's going down. I think
you gotta drop the score. You gotta drop the score. If it's close, you still. It could be close. It could be close.
I'm not dropping the score.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. What about 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns? Like nothing.
I'm not dropping no score, fellas.
Okay. Yeah, finally, I got that boy Lamar coming out that AFC, holding it down for the black dual threat quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Lamar coming out. That's like one of my guys, man. He a lot faster than I was, but he reminded me of myself when I was playing high school QB and just the way he controlled the game and elusive play. So I'll be rooting for that boy a lot. Got MVPs out the brain. He got to put a Super Bowl trophy in the trophy case. So he going to make it out the AFC. He going to overcome the Pat Mahomes curse, I say. You know what I'm saying? And then, like we said, I got to go with AG. I got to go ride with my old AAU coach. You know what I'm saying? Got to go with them Lions coming out that NFC. I think them Lions going to get it done. They dominated Win Sam Darnold Vikings the other day. I told Win this is going to happen. If you got them screenshots, Win, I told you it was going to happen.
You said
them Lions. So I got the Lions coming out the NFC. Baltimore versus Detroit, like two cities that's like, you know what I'm saying? Baltimore versus Detroit, like that's like a thing. Like Baltimore versus Houston, Baltimore versus, you know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be crazy.
You feel me? Baltimore versus Detroit, that's gonna be a crazy Super Bowl. And then I got Lamar winning it all, man, getting his first bowl, etching himself into one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. They can't say nothing about him after he get his first Super Bowl. Clip it. BA said Lamar was gonna win the Super Bowl.
Can we get a score?
Score. The Lions, they're going to score some points. I think it's going to be an entertaining ass Super Bowl. I got the Ravens 34, Lions 31. Ravens 34, Lions 31.
Exciting.
2025, exciting ass Super Bowl. You feel me? Like, yeah.
Okay, that's the bet. And that's your perspective, man, under the helmet, man. Shout out to Bralon Addison. Shout out to my man ESPN Win. It's your boy Damian Dyson here, co-host of Your Perspective. Shout out.
Yes, sir.